Hello everyone, it's Lindsay from The Vintage Button. I junk journal, I slow stitch, I craft as sustainably as possible, and this is day 31 of Junk Journal July. How time has flown. Time has flown. So I'm going to do like a double spread, kind of over. It's not going to be completely kind of joined together, but I'm going to do this double spread. And then I'm going to talk to you as I'm doing it about Junk Journal July and what it's meant to me this year, because it's meant quite a lot. It's been very, very, very important to me and quite formative, which I didn't think you could have like in your 50s, formative experiences. Well, yeah, you can at any age, can't you? But you know. So I've got my piece of Be Happy stationery. I may have more than this, but I'm simply going to use this as an envelope because I'm going to write myself a letter that I'm sorry, but you will not be privy to, because this is a journal after all. And my letter will be kind of put here. I've got on the kind of corners, this is Real Victorian Letter, and the book itself I bought in Antiques Mall. So we have that. We have this beautiful little flower fairy. So flower fairies have been one of the things that I've pulled from. It was a book that I got in a charity shop that I harvested, did a load of sort of this kiss cutting so that things were ready to go and ready to pull from. And this is the second journal I've pulled from this £1 book, and I still have another good 2, perhaps even 3 journals left there. What I'll do is I have some hooks in my craft room. It'll go back up on the hooks, the bag, and I probably won't touch it until probably Christmas time. That's probably the next time I will do flower fairies. I do that sort of rotation. It's a bit like toy rotation when you have children. So that I don't get too bored with one supply. I don't use it all up. There are other things that I do use all the time. But we can talk about more about that as we go on. So I'm going to stick that there. It's still a little bit damp because I did treat it with some red bush tea. So this is how I tea dye. I don't do the mass dyeing days and putting things in the oven. That seems like a lot of hassle for me, really. I do it as I go, kind of, and that sort of works. I might give it a little bit of a helping hand. If I put some more paint down and I want a bit of a drying time, I'll do the pause thing and dry. Okay, so we know we're going to have that little lady and that letter there. It's going to be quite a simple page, I think. So we have that. We also have this. You might be thinking, well, what's that? This is Junk Journal July. This is it planned out. It came from here. This is my Junk Journal prompts jar from various other challenges, and actually, I really enjoyed doing that. So I'm going to write it down on a slip of paper and put it in the jar. It's kind of got all kinds of like wraparound pocket, traditional paper bag, magazine. Like I could go in there and dig out, and basically that's what I did. I did it quite at random. I chose some words. What did I choose intentionally and put them down? So bees I chose because of Be Happy, and buttons I chose because of me, because it was a collaboration between us two. We were hosting it. And then the rest I think might have come out of that jar. It kind of got written down on here. I think this is the second page actually. I think the first page has been thrown away because the order got changed around a little bit somewhat, and then eventually it got spoken into a Word document. If I'm not working, I'm not typing. So it got spoken, using the dictate into a Word document, and then uploaded to various places and emailed to Sandra and such. Yeah, there's even the names of the people that are sort of helping out and collaborating. So we've got like Jay and Nix and Krista. Who else? Salah and Hazel. Laura will be on there somewhere, Jeanette, Sarah, all kinds of people. It's just, I think it's a valuable artifact for my journal. So it's going in here. Now, I might do stuff to it. I might spritz some spritz or paint some bits. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. So I have that. And then I've got all my little bits and bobs from previous goes. So there's some coloured paper here. There's stamps on book pages. There's like monogamy kind of strips. There's some Victorian letter. More Be Happy. Lots of Be Happy. I've got flowers from my favourite flower book. I can put my hand to it. This is it. It's an octopus one and it's just called Wild Flowers. I don't know if it's like Wildflowers of Anywhere or is it Wildflowers of the UK? I don't know. I mean, it's original German edition, so I think it's like European flowers. Because they all seem very familiar, the flowers in there. So, yep, we've got that. There's all kinds of bits and pieces. So, there's some monogamy, some more of the flowers. We've got all kinds. In fact, we might have a little bit too much. We have as well those will definitely play a part. I like a bit of a butterfly. Right then, we've got in here, this is my ephemera holder. I thought we should have a flower, we've got a flower fairy. I thought we should have like a photo fairy as well, because that's been a big part. So we've got either Dapper Gentleman, that actually would be useful in my August Be Happy Stationery journal, so I'm not going to use that. So we've got Little Man. Little Man is quite cute. I've got another one. Oh, I think this is the winner. She's quite cute, isn't she? Let's have her as the winner. Is there any more for any more before we do that? What are you? No, you're just a brick wall. Okay. Let's put that there. We'll cut her out straight away and make her up, and then we can put her somewhere. And then we're just going to sort of display this. I might crumple it up. Am I going to do... Yeah, I'm going to cut her out, I was thinking. But there's that flash. I want to get rid of that flash. She looks like... This is very sort of... It almost feels very northern. I live in a terraced house, but my back doesn't look like this. It looks like the back garden of a northern terraced house where all the gardens have brick sort of walls around them and they're very small. They're like a yard rather than a garden. It's like my siblings, both their houses, the ones that are not a terrace, ones are detached, but their back gardens are very similar. Have like Jennifer's is a bit bigger, but Neil's is very much like that, kind of have these small kind of yards, like little brick courtyards. So here we go. So we've got her. Let's give her what sort of... I think she needs blue wings. I think that's what she's going to have, is blue wings. So that's the first bit we've made. We don't have to be very careful with the wings because you don't see that bit. And we're going to put gold around. So I've done some new things, like reflecting back. Obviously the videos, they're not, well, it's not new because that's how I started my channel, was with Junk Journal July last year, but I've learnt a few things about producing my videos. I've done a move around just before Junk Journal July, so I had to get used to different light. So I've kind of got this side light that I quite like. I like the side light, and then I've got my ring light here, so that the shadows work really well. And that was all a bit of a learning curve. There's loads of things I still need to learn. So many things. But I'm going at my own pace. That's what I've decided. I'm going to go at my own pace. I'm going to learn what I learn when I learn it. And be happy with not knowing what I don't know. Can I be comfortable with it? Which is not been an easy thing to do, but I definitely feel that that's took away a lot of barriers for me when it came to like actually starting YouTube, but continuing on and doing stuff like this. So how did me and Sandra end up doing this Junk Journal July business? Well, I can't remember. I think it was it must have been about I think probably the beginning of the year. Personally, my intention for this year is just to connect, and last year was about making connections, but really sort of deepening connections and stuff. And I tried last year, and I had a few not easy times connecting with people, because everybody's got their own thing going on, haven't they? Anyway, not going to talk about that. But I connected with Sandra, and she runs this lovely Facebook group called Junk Journal UK Community Chat Room. I always get it wrong. Junk Journal Community Chat Room UK. I think that's it. And I've been a member on there and would love to just keep dipping my toe in and out. And she put a call out for people to be involved on her design team, and I thought, oh, that is one of the things on my list that I want to do, what I want to get out of Junk Journal July, out of junk journaling on YouTube. I want to be on a design team. You know, it's good to have these little goals and aims. Now, how are we going to do this? I kind of want a colour on there. So I'm liking that purple. Doing the colours I like. Yeah, so I kind of said, yeah, I'll do that. Sort of put my hand up for it, which was really good. And she let me join in and play in her playground of Be Happy Stationery. And I started to do videos for her for that. And then we heard that I did Junk Journal January, because Meg was still doing it then. And then she announced she wasn't going to do Junk Journal July. And I was like, oh, a little bit bereft, really, because I really enjoy the challenge. It's the right time of year for like something where I'm going to stick at something every day. I'm just going to keep going with this purple. I really like it. It's going to mostly get covered up, but yeah, I just thought, right, I'm going to do it out of my jar. It's got cancelled. I got a little bit like melancholy about it. It's not the end of the world, but you know what I mean. I got a little bit, oh, what are we going to do now? And so I just got my little jar, and I thought that's how I'm going to do it. And I even thought that's how I'm going to do it video wise, because I slow stitch as well. And I thought I don't want it to be all consuming, and it kind of has been, but it's been all right. You know, that wasn't like my intention. So I thought, well, I'll just go at my own pace. Just go at my own pace, and we'll see what happens. Like, we're seeing what happens here now with this. Okay, I like that. Hold the thought, I'm going to do the hairdrying thing, because I don't think you want to listen to that, do you? All right then, hold on. I'm back. So yeah, I thought, well, okay, that's it. I'm on a design team. I'm just going to do Junk Journal July out of my prompts jar. And then Sandra said, do you fancy doing it? Like, together? And it was, I think, I don't know if it was 2 or 3 weeks we had. It was in June when this decision was made. And we put it together. Like, I think we've probably learned loads, and it may look different and seem different, and I kind of worked it into. I was developing a playlist of like a schedule. So like Sundays is always a slow stitch day, with like possibly 1 or 2 more days in the week. So that I dropped for the month the 2 other days in the week where I would slow stitch, just for July. And then I'd started doing this mindfulness thing on a Monday, and I thought, well, I don't want to drop that. So then that means that it all has to fit together, and I think we managed that. A little bit of head scratching and thinking. I'm glad I had the prompts before, because you'll see on here the little gold dots are when I'm doing it, but there's also like I put the days in, and then I put MMs, and that's a mindful make. So that's where I knew I had to write a little guided meditation thingamajig what's it as well, and that worked really well. I don't know how well people receive it, or if they watched it all. I don't look at the analytics that closely. I probably should do, but not just yet. I feel like I've got lots of other stuff to learn before I get too bogged down with analytics. But speaking of analytics, the month has seen me go past that 900 subscriber kind of count. In fact, at 1,000 subscribers. I think it's like 1,070 something at the minute. I don't know. I need to have a look. I kind of tried not to be looking at the comments section and constantly looking at the studio app. Trying not to do that, just to be a little bit healthy, like have a healthy mindset about it. But I thoroughly enjoyed just connecting with people. Okay, I'm going to write a little bit of a note here to myself. My first big collab. With Sandra from Be Happy Stationery. And I cannot spell, but that's alright because it's mine. So there we go. It's not a lot of terrible, it's not decorated, but we'll get there. Right, so what have we got here? We've got this that needs to somehow be attached. I've got little fairy lady drying in the corner. Little flower lady tuck spot for a letter that I'm going to write to myself. Let's use that one. So yeah, it's kind of it's been such a positive like this is me reflecting, the theme is reflecting. It's been such a positive thing, and I hope it's been a positive thing for you. I hope it has sort of inspired and challenged. I mean, it's inspired and challenged me. Like if you've used this as a vehicle to start your channel, you're like, yay. Fantastic. It was such a wonderful opportunity last year, and then again this year. I think that's amazing. So, has it inspired you to think differently about your creativity? Just develop your practice. I mean, that's, for me, it really has helped me develop my practice. It's helped me develop my filming situation. I've done this move around, so the light is different. It's like I'm really aware, I can see a bit of a shadow, but it's all right. It's not, it's a meaningful shadow. But I could bring the light around and have light coming in both ways. It's been interesting to play with the camera I've played with some different angles. I think some angles have worked better than others. I think I still need to work on it, but it's been all right. It's been good to do. I've really enjoyed doing that. It's been such a wonderful creative challenge. You know what I'm going to do, don't you? I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it just because it'll be easy to manipulate, as we discovered yesterday, which actually was this morning for me. But screwing your paper up makes it easier to manipulate. So yeah, it's been such a wonderful experience for me, and there's been everything about it has been amazing. I kind of want this to lie. I'm not going to glue it down any more than at the top. And you know what I'm going to reach for? My favourite stamp. It's already stamped and cut out, because even though I don't do mass-produced stuff, I do like to have supplies on hand that I can just reach and grab out. So I need that gunmetal. I don't ink. I do this with a pen instead. Various colours. Just to take that white edge off. Makes things look like they've been cut out a lot neater than they have. There we go. Right, so what was I saying? I think it's just generally that it's been just such a good thing. Do I need another one? I do need another one. Unless I don't. I don't need it sticking out. I could have it sticking like that. And she could be like that. Yes, I like the idea of that. Then we've got it's going to be quite good. Now I need to be mindful of where the page ends, because this is going to fall back on itself, but it's going to be alright. Look at that. Okay. Let's do a few things at a time. So yeah, I've just really enjoyed it. When I've finished filming this, I'm going to have a chat with Carol from Journal Eclectique about doing something that's slow stitch, like a slow stitch challenge. Yeah, there's lots of things going on, and I think saying yes to Junk Journal July has just massively helped. It's just kind of opened me up. There's barriers, I think. Well, I definitely think there's barriers that we all have that stop us from doing things. But I think that there was some barriers with me. There still are some barriers, but yeah. She can go there. Now let's arrange these. Take bits off. Yep, there we go. Yeah, it's been such a wonderful time. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. And yeah, it's just blown me away actually. Blow me away. I hope it's blown you away in lots of different ways. I'd love to know in the comments. This is the last video. Oh no, I'll do the flip through. The flip through will be the last video to enter the giveaway. Just subscribe, like, comment, share, do the thing, get involved. Pull this down a little bit. There we go. Look at that. You know what? And I really feel that you develop a sense of yourself and what you like and what you don't like. And I kind of, every time I do one of these challenges, I can see the progression in my style. Not necessarily my technique, because I don't worry too much about that, but I definitely can see a progression in my style. And my sense of colour, I'm really loving my sense of colour at the minute. And that you can blend like these really old things, blend with a colour, like a neutral printable can blend with colour. I love it. So that's it. It's like a double spread. It's not got that many elements onto it, but I really enjoy it. And it's quite meaningful to me. So I hope you like it. I hope you've enjoyed Junk Journal July. I know I have. I know I really have. So, as we close the book on it, there we are. Ready for that flip through. Thank you so much for being part of this journey with me. I have really enjoyed spending time with you. I really get a sense of community. I just encourage you to keep chatting to me in the comments. I've loved some of the conversations I've had in the comments. And just keep this little corner of YouTube growing. I just want to thank Sandra for prompting the start of Junk Journal July and being there and communicating and doing all the amazing printables, doing all the promotion work. She's done a lot. I think Sandra deserves a big, huge round of applause. Thank you so much. So yeah, probably more thanks as I do the flick through, which I will do next, and then I'll get ready for my little chat with Carol. All right then, everyone. Bye bye.